Namaskar, welcome back to the Saffron Box. Today I'll be talking about a very important yet a very easy concept of Atmakaraka. What does Atmakaraka mean and what happens when sun becomes your Atmakaraka? Before going ahead, I would explain the term Atmakaraka first. It is a sandhi between two words, Atma and Karaka. Atma means your soul and Karaka means the significator. Understanding a little deeper, Karka means someone who's doing the job, someone who's doing the karya. Because the mool word or the mool shabd of Karka is karya. Karya means work. So, significator of the soul, Atma Karka. What does your soul signify? What is the desire? What is the purpose? What is the action for your soul in this lifetime? Is what is the Atmakaraka. And how do you see the Atmakaraka? For this, very simply, you need to see the planet with the highest degree in your birth chart. And here you need to ignore the signs, ignore the houses, just see the planets and the degrees written in front of them. The planet with the highest degree will become the Atmakaraka. And in this video today, I'll be talking about Sun being the Atmakaraka. So if in your birth chart you see that all other planets are say below 20 degrees, below 25 degrees and Sun is at 28 degrees, we will say that Sun is your Atmakaraka. And what happens when Sun becomes your Atmakaraka? Sun, whatever it signifies, that is, sun signifies being the king. Sun is the center. Sun is the natural life giver. So, sun signifies authority, power, respect. Sun being your Atmakaraka, you have a deep value or you deeply appreciate these characteristics, power, status, authority, command and control over others, because sun is the king. Sun follows his own path, right? Sun influences others, others don't influence sun, because sun is the king. So the deep desire of your soul is to be like that. You want to command respect, you want to have that power and authority over others. That is the purpose of your soul. Sun is confidence also. Sun is your ego also. So your confidence becomes very important. You tend to have good levels of confidence and a good ego if sun is well placed also. That is, if the AK, Atmakaraka as we call it, is well placed, that means your confidence, your sense of ego will be healthy and will be good enough. Depends also on the placement of the Atmakaraka. So, if sun being your Atmakaraka is say placed in the 10th house. Now here 10th house becomes important because AK, Atmakaraka, is positioned there. When sun goes to the 10th house, the sense of power, that authority, respect, that hunger for status becomes very important. And where? In the outside world, because 10th house is the outside world. 10th house is your professional world, is the outer world. So you want to gain power, status, respect in the outside world, in your professional circle. And for such an individual, the profession or the outside world will be very, very important, because your AK is sitting in the 10th house, your Atmakaraka is sitting in the 10th house. Sun also talks about self-awareness, self-mastery in a way. So, sun being your Atmakaraka, you will pay a lot of attention to self-awareness. And how do you do it? By meditating, by understanding yourself, by introspecting, right? By understanding how to handle the power and position which you have. And when Sun becomes your Atmakaraka, it also becomes very important to learn how to handle all these qualities of Sun. That is, all the qualities like, power, authority, getting respect from others. You will get all this, but how do you handle all this also becomes very, very important. Because when Sun becomes your Atmakaraka, all these positions, circumstances where you need to exercise authority, where you need to exercise power will become a regular theme. How do you handle it becomes a challenge, becomes the purpose also. So it is very important to be able to handle the power, not abuse it. To be able to remain humble, not misuse your power, not misuse your authority. It becomes a very important lesson when Sun is your Atmakaraka. It is very important to understand your true strength. So your true strength comes from self-mastery, comes from self-awareness, as the Sun says, as the Sun signifies. It doesn't come by exercising your power or dominating others. So there is a very thin line that needs to be maintained. There's a very thin line between the strengths and the weaknesses whenever Sun becomes your Atmakaraka. So a healthy amount of confidence, healthy amount of ego is good, but as soon as it crosses a level, it can become very self-destructive. It can really cause a lot of problems. So Atmakaraka tells you this is your desire, this is your purpose, but you need to handle it properly. For Sun as the Atmakaraka, the first lesson is being humble. Do not get into self-boasting. Do not be arrogant. If you are confident, come across as a confident individual, not an overconfident individual. So self-boasting should be totally avoided. Aggression should be avoided. This is a power which has to be handled very delicately. Right? So I hope I have been able to throw some light on the Atmakaraka, especially Sun as the Atmakaraka. I'll come up very soon with the next videos where I'll talk about Moon and other planets as the Atmakaraka. Till then, take care. God bless you.